Yes, my people. Once again, it's Rockstar 860 TV, and I'm here with another day's coverage of the Vybz Kartel and its co-accused Court of Appeals hearing to see if it be a retrial or in full acquittal and the men go free. Now, today's happenings is the major issue or the major story out of the court, Vybz Kartel health. 50% heart usage. Dire, dire situations for the artist. Now, we heard about his financials, we heard about his mental and other co-accused mental, their financial status, what they've been going through, how they've been feeling for the last 13 years. Now, I'll probably read some stories, I'm not sure, but we'll listen to a couple news reports from, I believe, Nationwide and probably CVM News. Now, let's get to it and see what's been happening in court today.
Lack of intimacy and financial problems have been cited by Vybz Kartel and his co-accused as reasons for the Court of Appeal not to order a retrial. The men's attorneys told the court they're either struggling with lack of physical and emotional wellness, are or heavily indebted, or have been unable to form loving relationships or raise family. The arguments were advanced as the defense team closed 3 days of submissions against the possibility of a retrial. Ricardo Brooks was in court.
It was the most personal portrait yet of the effects the decade-long legal saga has had on Adidja Palmer, Sean Campbell, Andre St. John, and Kahira Jones. The men are seeking to convince the Court of Appeal to reject the state's effort to retry them for the 2011 murder of Clive Lizard Williams. The court was told that dancehall's self-styled world boss is suffering from Graves' disease and has what's described as a failing heart. Isaac Buchanan told the court that Kartel's heart is functioning at 50% of its capacity. The weakened heart is said to have increased the artist's chances of dying. The details were revealed in an affidavit filed by medical doctor Karen Phillips. Kartel's son, Adidja Jaheim Palmer, had raised the issue of the weakness of his father's heart in his own affidavit, but the judges had struck the reference from his filing. Kartel's attorney told the court that the artist would not be able to withstand a retrial with a weakening heart and worsening Graves' disease. The artist's mental health is also deteriorating. Pointing to a psychologist's report, Mr. Buchanan told the court that Kartel has developed mental weakness and is suffering from anxiety as a result of the last 13 years. The dancehall star and his co-accused are also reportedly struggling financially. For Kartel, his attorney told the court he's managing mounting legal and medical bills, current dependents, and had paid the legal expenses of all appellants in the first trial. Kahira Jones's affidavit pointed out that he has become indebted to the tune of almost $70 million arising from legal fees and appeals. He says the kindness of one of his co-accused assisted in funding his Privy Council appeal. But it's not just money for Jones. He's concerned about how the ordeal has affected his sex life. Jones says he has also been robbed of the prime moments of his life as he went into custody at 27 years old. He's now 40 years old. He says he has been unable to form a family as courting has not been possible for him. Jones says the fact that he has been unable to enjoy the protected right to a family life, the court should not subject him to a retrial. Justice Martha MacDonald Bishop questioned whether Mr. Jones has been allowed conjugal visits during his incarceration. His attorney said no. The attorney then attempted to make the argument that the older a man gets, the window for courting closes. To this, Justice MacDonald Bishop responded, "Not with men. He can't court again, you say? But isn't Mr. Kartel older than him, and he has a fiancée?" To this, the attorney responded, "He's not completely cut off, my lady. He's just saying his youth was taken. His prime was lost to the state." "I see," responded Justice MacDonald Bishop. The attorneys have urged the Court of Appeal not to resubject the men to a process that has already cost them so much. They say the interest of justice would not be served by such an order. They say, looking at all the factors, including the uncertainty of another trial and the unfairness of the original trial, it's impossible for Kartel and his co-accused to have a fair retrial. The Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions will open its case for a retrial at 9:30 Thursday morning.
Coming to its decision on a retrial, what is this disease and how does it affect the body? Mahiri Stewart reports.
Graves' disease is described as an autoimmune disorder that leads to an overactive thyroid gland. This is sometimes referred to as hyperthyroidism. An autoimmune disorder occurs when the immune system mistakenly attacks healthy tissue. Graves' disease is diagnosed when the thyroid gland produces too much thyroid hormone. The disease is most common in women over the age of 20, but the disorder can occur at any age and can also affect men as well. The World Health Organization, WHO, estimates that 3% of women worldwide have the disease as opposed to 0.5% of men. Graves' disease may lead to restlessness, nervousness, excessive hunger, and weight loss. Persons suffering from the disease may also find it difficult to sleep or concentrate and may feel hot and sweaty. Graves' disease is also known to cause a patient's eyes to appear as though they are bulging from one's head. News that dancehall star Vybz Kartel was battling Graves' disease and had a heart condition first came to light in 2023. At that time, it was reported that Dr. Karen Phillips had warned that unless he received surgery, the conditions would worsen. Kartel's illness was one of the reasons his appeal was expedited at the Privy Council. The UK-based court delivered its ruling in 1 month. It's to be seen whether the Court of Appeal will find the argument of the dancehall star's health a persuasive argument against a retrial. Mahiri Stewart.
Yes, my people. So that was nationwide news reporting from the courthouse and what was going on today. Sounds like a lot of positive, more positive for Vybz Kartel and his co-accused. So let's listen to some more positive. This was from yesterday, but we're going to put it into today's highlights. Let's listen.
Submissions to include affidavits. Acting Director of Public Prosecutions Claudette Thompson, representing the Crown, sought to dismiss some statements made in the affidavits. In DJ Vybz Kartel Palmer's statement, he contends a retrial would hinder his ability to support his family while arguing his constitutional rights were being violated by current prison conditions. He also shared how the proceedings have affected him emotionally. The panel, comprising of Paulette Williams, Marva MacDonald Bishop, and Lord David Fraser, permitted these submissions. However, several submissions from Kartel's son, DJ Jaim Palmer, also called Liquor Vibes, were rejected, including an argument regarding the entertainer's heart condition and its impact on enduring a retrial. Affidavits were also submitted for co-accused Andre St. John, Kyra Jones, Sean Campbell's niece, and St. John's sister. A recurring issue in the affidavits was the potential prejudice due to the intense publicity surrounding the case, which the parties argued would prevent the four men from receiving a fair trial. Concerns were also raised about the timeline for the retrial, should one be granted. This prompted lead judge Marva MacDonald Bishop to query the status of other cases that had been sent for retrial by the Court of Appeal. She emphasizes the importance of knowing whether previous retrials were successfully completed in the Supreme Court. She says understanding this is critical as the court seeks to be fair in its ruling. The panel subsequently requested an audit from the Supreme Court Registrar on cases sent back in the past 6 years. In response, Acting DPP Thompson asked that the audit also account for delays caused by the COVID-19 pandemic or the unavailability of counsel or witnesses.
So yes, my people, there you have it. You know what I mean? Everything that happened for the last 2 days for the defense and what the prosecution had to say. You know what I mean? So we're going to see what the prosecution will be arguing for the next 2 days Thursday and Friday. You know what I mean? And then this will be over and we'll be waiting on a judgment, however long that takes. Hopefully a month or less. But this is Rockstar 860 TV, continuous coverage of the Vybz Kartel and his co-accused retrial hearing, whether it be a retrial or acquittal. Now I mean, like, comment, share, subscribe, share your friends, help me build the community. Hope you like the content and be a part of what I'm presenting to the people. Now I mean, freedom, Vybz Kartel and his co-accused. Once again, like, comment, share, subscribe. I'm out.